like to repeat after me? Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So please repeat after me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Jnananjanashalakaya
Jnananjanashalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Chakshurum Militam Yena
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Om Vishnupadaya
Nama Om Vishnupadaya
Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhaktivedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Niti Namine.
Swami Nitinamine.
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswati Deve
Gurvani Pracharine
Guravani Pracharine
Esha Shunyavadi
Vivishesha Shunyavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Paschatya Deshatarine.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So last time Samartha Krishna Prabhu has done till 64-65, right? Second chapter.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So the what we can do is today some last 2-3 important verses are there that we'll cover in half an hour. And I would like to take some question answers today in case devotees are having. Pushpendra ji, Hare Krishna. So we'll have half will have class and half question answer. So if devotees have any questions, please keep it ready for in the end. Okay. Just a minute. So I am here not able to join from my laptop. Some issue is there, not getting connected internet. So I am speaking through my mobile only, not able to share the PPT. Lalit Pro, do you have any means to share the PPT? If you don't, no problem.
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. So we are going 65 onwards, or 65 is done.
65 onwards, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this is the last, just few slokas of second chapter, which describe about how much it is important to be controlled in our habits, controlled in our activities. So 65 to 72. So these are the 7-8 verses are there, which we'll be seeing today. And then that's how we'll be finishing this second chapter. So
नहीं चल रहा
another thing I wanted to kind of ask, that we had started this online some questions per class. So few times it did, but then it couldn't be there. Is there anybody who knows how to do this? We can use Google and then circulate this question answers. Anybody wants to do that, or anybody knows that? Okay, so it's a technical thing, because every time then I have to depend on somebody. So that's how it was becoming late, or sometimes not possible. But then somebody is there in our group only, then that becomes easier. Okay, Lalit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will try what you are saying. I will see and I will try to do it if I am able
Yeah.
to.
So it's a simple thing. It's technical that you must have seen last time also, the way we circulated that
Okay.
questions, and then
Okay, Prabhuji, I will try. I will do it. If it is
yeah.
simple, I will
So
do it.
I'll request you to make some 10 good questions out of our class.
This I have to do.
Yeah, you are a teacher, so this is easy job for you.
Okay.
Make question
I will make it and then I will show you, Prabhuji.
Yes,
I will
yes.
send you.
Yeah,
These questions are like multiple choice questions or one-liners or what?
multiple choice.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. We'll do it.
Okay. So we thank Nija Mataji for taking this service of sending this 10 questions on whatever classes we are having.
Okay.
Hari Bol. Thank you.
Haribo.
Okay. So this last few verses are there. I'm just reading. You may not be able to see it. This is text 65. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajaayate prasanna cheto hi ashu buddhir paryavitishthate. So for one, thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. So here, a person satisfied in Krishna consciousness is described. क्योंकि ये दुनिया में जो संतोष समाधान होता है, एक सेटिस्फैक्शन होता है, वो अलग अलग लेवल का हो सकता है। जैसे कोई भूख लगा है और हम खाना खाते हैं, दैट ऑल्सो इज कम्स अंडर सेटिस्फैक्शन। अगर कोई विद्यार्थी है और he becomes first in his class, that also is satisfaction. अगर कोई है जो ग्रेजुएट स्टडी करके जॉब मिलता है उसको, तो वो भी some sort of satisfaction he can feel. But here, when we are talking about the satisfaction, that satisfaction which is permanent, not just temporary. Because somebody has got job, he has a still threat that corona is going on, so many companies are laying off. That insecurity is always there. लेकिन जो Krishna conscious satisfaction is there, that is permanent, that doesn't depend on external situations. तो यहाँ पे बोल रहे कि कैसे कोई भक्ति में सेटिस्फाई हो जाता है, तो ये दुनिया के एक्सटर्नल चीजें हैं वो उसको ट्रबल नहीं करती है। भागवतम में ये बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण आता है कि जैसा कोई he is walking on the road with lot of pebbles and thorns. अगर कोई ऐसे रास्ते पे चल रहा है जहां पे बहुत सारे कांटे हैं, बहुत सारे पत्थर हैं, तो एक व्यक्ति वो सब सिचुएशन से कैसे अपने आप को बचाए। तो एक चीज है कि जो रोड पे आप चलने वाले हो, वो कुछ आप बकेट लेके जाओ और जितने भी पत्थर है वो सब निकालो पहले, और फिर आप अच्छे से चल सकते हो। तो वो एक ऑप्शन है। दूसरा ऑप्शन है, वो पत्थर वैसे ही रहेंगे, वो हजारों पत्थर है, वो कितना आप उठाएंगे उसको, और कितने सारे कांटे रहेंगे, तो कितने कांटे आप हटाएंगे। दूसरा सिंपल प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन है, जस्ट a minute, some announcements are going on about hospital. Okay. So the second option, which is more practical, and that is to wear the boots or shoes, by which there may be hundreds of pebbles and thousands of thorns, but then now you don't need to bother about it, because you have a protective covering of that shoes which will protect you from all the thorns and pebbles. तो उसी तरह जो संतुष्टि आता है हमारे जीवन में, वो भी हमको अनगिनत ऐसे कितने सारे जो ट्रबल क्रिएटर्स है या ऐसे सिचुएशंस आते हैं जिसमें हम दुख होता है हमको, that we can save ourselves when we have this satisfaction as our shoes when we are walking in this world. क्योंकि ये, because the whole world where we are staying ट्रबल्स आर अनइनवाइटेड, आपको उनको देखना नहीं पड़ता है, कोई दुख है उसको देखना नहीं पड़ता, वो अपने आप आ जाता है अपने जीवन में। लेकिन जो कोई सैटिस्फाइड रहता है, सैटिस्फाइड इज नॉट अ मेंटल सिचुएशन। ऐसे नहीं कि अपने आप को सिर्फ मान लेने का कि सब ठीक चल रहा है, नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन। सेटिस्फैक्शन is that when we are chanting Hare Krishna, serving Krishna, then we understand that Krishna is there, and at the end of this life I am going to Krishna. That satisfaction takes care of all other troubles. जैसे पेशेंट है और डॉक्टर उनको बहुत सारे दवाई दे रहे हैं और इंजेक्शन दे रहे हैं, लेकिन डॉक्टर बोलता है उनको कि आप चिंता मत करो, 5 दिन में आपका डिस्चार्ज हो जाएगा। सो 5 दिन में डिस्चार्ज होने का जो फैक्टर है, ही इज वेरी हैप्पी नाउ, ओके गिव मेडिसिन, गिव इंजेक्शन, नो प्रॉब्लम, 5 ही दिन है। बट देन इफ somebody doesn't know when he is going to be discharged, अगर उनको पता नहीं है कि मेरा बीमारी क्या है और डिस्चार्ज कब होना है, एंड देन डॉक्टर इज गिविंग एवरीडे इंजेक्शन एंड मेडिसिन, हर दिन वो पूछते रहता है कि डॉक्टर क्या है, क्या हुआ है, कब तक चलेगा। तो ये सिचुएशन में टू टॉलरेट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट। तो जो कृष्ण भक्त होता है, ही इज वेरी क्लियर विथ हिज डिस्चार्ज, he is very clear with his going to Krishna, and that's how he becomes he can, whatever miseries are there in this world, he can tolerate. So that is the 65th verse. 66th verse says, नास्ति बुद्धिर अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चा भवयतः शांतिर अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम। One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? तो यहाँ पे भगवान बोलते हैं कि peace can happen only in Krishna consciousness. ये दुनिया में बहुत सारे पीस मीटिंग्स होते हैं, बहुत सारे देशों में, अलग अलग राज्यों में। देयर आर सो मेनी प्रोग्राम्स फॉर पीस। लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि दीज आर वेरी एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स टू क्रिएट पीस। क्योंकि हम देखते हैं हमारे हिस्ट्री में, अवर this prime minister had gone to China, not now, before few decades, and then he was very nicely welcomed and things like that, and then they were telling that how we are friends, and as our prime minister came back, there was immediately attack from China side. So we see that this is a so-called peace which happens in this world. We see this, that we all are looking for peace on our personal level, family level, society level, or national level. But then Krishna is telling here that person who is engaged in bhakti can only be peaceful, and he is having steady mind. Why? Because when we are talking about peace of this world, that is always temporary. That is always very uh, short lasting. It cannot last for long. So that's why Krishna says here that peace is very first ingredient of happiness. But then that peace, which is very has become a very rare item in this world. This peace has become very uh, costly in nowadays. So that can happen by Krishna consciousness. Because we see that when Prabhupada went to America, so many things he has to go through, so many difficulties he has to go through. But then that was not making him give up his endeavors. That was not making him uh, depressed, hopeless, like that. Why? Because he was connected to Krishna. So connection with Krishna through either chanting Hare Krishna, serving Krishna, reading Krishna conscious literature. So connection with Krishna makes us immune to all such kind of uh, situations where we lose our peace. Yeah. Now the next few shlokas talks about uh, the how control of mind and senses, that is very important to achieve proper Krishna consciousness. Because the discussion is happening about the sthita prajna. Prajna means the intelligence, and sthita means stable. So once whose intelligence is stable is called as sthita prajna. So now 67th verse. He says, Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidhiyate tadasya harati prajnam vayurnava imam dhasi. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. So we see here that how Krishna is giving a very nice example here that uh, as the strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, because when the boat is on the water, uh, it has no kind of a stable situation. The wind comes, then that boat is swept away. So here Krishna is giving a comparison. The way the water is there, that is like this material world, and our boat, that is like an intelligence, and the wind which comes in this world, they are like temptations. And what happens is when such temptations comes, then when we are focusing on some temptation, the intelligence is lost. So we can see that if you have seen people when they go for this fishing, when they go and they have a bet at the end of the rope, and then they put in the water, and then some worm is there or something, and then that is kind of there in the water, and the fishes, they go around here there, and they see very nice bet. So he wants to eat it. Other fish says that no, looks little dangerous. He says no, where is the danger? It's like for me only it is kept. So then he eats that bet, but then he doesn't know that inside that bet there is a hook, which So when he eats it, he feels that no, where is the problem? But then when the fisherman outside, he understands that it is now nicely gone inside the fish's throat. Then he starts pulling it up. Then the fish understands that I am caught, and now he has to lose his life, not just some here there. So we see that when the temptations are there in this world like this, which comes to our life through different senses. So here, as Krishna is telling, as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. So we can see in this world also, we have these five senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and this skin, touch, feeling. And we have seen that in this world, even intelligent people, they fail when this wind of temptations come. That's what I was giving example here of tongue. So somebody may be uh, uh, like one that example is there at one place, one big jamindar was there. बड़ा जमींदार था, उनके घर में he had 500 mango trees. तो जब समर आता था तो इतने सारे हजारों आम आते थे और उनको पकाते थे और पूरा गांव को वो बांटता था थोड़ा थोड़ा करके और बहुत सारा बेचता था और सब लोग गुणगान करते थे कि योर मैंगोज आर द बेस्ट इन दिस होल एरिया। लेकिन उसका एक प्रॉब्लम था कि उसको डायबिटीज था, तो डॉक्टर ने बोला था कि ये नहीं खाने का। तो वो लोगों के फीडबैक तो सुनता था, how much they are appreciating the mango, but he was not able to taste it. तो कैसे तो वो कंट्रोल करता था, देखता था कि इतने सारे नाइस राइपन्ड मैंगोज आर देयर। तो एक दिन उनका जो सर्वेंट उनके घर में काम करने वाला था, वो आके बोलने लगा कि सर ये तो ऐसे जो आम है वो मैं कभी देखा नहीं जिंदगी में, कितने अच्छे आम है और आप तो for so many days he had stopped himself from eating it because he knew that ये खाऊंगा तो प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। But then at one point of time he just broke. वो बोले कि जो होगा देखा जाएगा। क्या ऐसे भी जीवन मेरा है जो आम मेरे आगे है और खा नहीं सकता हूँ, वो दैट इज लाइक वर्स देन डेथ। तो खाने से क्या होगा, ज्यादा से ज्यादा मर जाऊंगा, ठीक है आम खा के मर जाऊंगा, एटलीस्ट थोड़ा मरते समय थोड़ा शांति से मरूंगा कि आम खाया करके। सो देन ही स्टार्टेड ईटिंग इट, not knowing that that was not good for him. So we see in our life also sometimes when the temptations are there, whether it is eating, whether it is seeing, whether it is hearing, whether. So Krishna says here that even one sense becomes powerful, and then mind is focusing on that, then it can take away one's intelligence. Bhagavatam gives very nice 5 examples for all 5 senses. तो ये तो मैं एक एग्जांपल बोला टंग के लिए कि कैसे जो मछली होता है वो बिकॉज ऑफ हिज टंग लूजेस हिज लाइफ. दूसरा उदाहरण एक देते हैं वो कि जैसे आपने देखा होगा रात को जो कोई मोमबत्ती जलाते हैं ना, तो that is very attractive to the this क्या बोलते हैं उसको, पतंगा. The flies are there which are very much attracted to this burning things. So we have seen it that they are like kind of trying to go as close as possible to this fire. आपने देखा होगा कभी कभी ट्यूब के आजू बाजू में आप देखेंगे कि बहुत सारे कीड़े ट्राई करते रहते हैं उसको. They want to be inside that tube. They want to hit it, like that. So for them, that light, that is so attractive that they want to kind of go as close as possible. But then he doesn't know that the fire is very dangerous, and then his attraction is towards that dangerous thing, which looks very nice, but then ultimately it can create damage. So this fly, who very madly attracted to this fire, goes and burns himself in the fire. So this is another example of how the flies come in the fire and get burned themselves because they are attracted, because they are so attracted to the form, visual expression of that fire. Third example is given many times when the hunters, they go in the forest to catch the deer or kill the deer. Generally, deer is very fast in running. So the hunters, they have a common method to catch or kill the deer. What they do is, when they go inside the forest, they have musical instruments like flute or something like that. So then that musical instrument they play very nicely. So this deer has a weakness, and this is his weakness. So when the deer starts hearing this music, he becomes stunned, and he just kind of focuses on that music. Other time, even if some little noise is there, he would have run. But then, because this music is there, and he has focused his attention on music, he becomes like a statue only. And then the hunter comes and shoots him. So this is the third example given, that how the deers are killed because of their ear. When dangerous things, they are not able to understand that this is problem. Another example is given of elephant. Elephant is a very powerful animal in the whole jungle. लेकिन आप देखेंगे कि सर्कस में ये बड़े बड़े हाथी भी उनको काम करवाते हैं, उनसे डांस करवाते हैं, उनसे साइकिल चलवाते हैं, उनको क्या क्या बच्चे जैसे वो करते हैं बड़े बड़े हाथी। एक्चुअली ये हाथी होता है बहुत डेंजरस होता है। अगर एक हाथी भी किसी गांव में आता है ना तो पूरा गांव तहस नहस हो जाता है। लेकिन ऐसा पावरफुल डेंजरस हाथी जो जंगल में होता है, वो शेर भी थोड़ा डरता है उसको अटैक करने से पहले, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि गलती से भी वो उसके पैर के नीचे आ गया या उसके जो दांत होते हैं उसमें अटक गया तो इवन द टाइगर कैन डाई while catching the elephant. तो ऐसा पावरफुल एलिफेंट को पकड़ते कैसे हैं? क्योंकि उसको आप डोर से नहीं बांध सकते हैं या उसको कैच नहीं कर सकते हैं। So they have a very special method to catch this powerful deer, powerful elephants. वो क्या करते हैं कि उनको पता है कि एलिफेंट का वीकनेस क्या है। His weakness is his skin touch. तो उनको पता है कि एलिफेंट दे आर वेरी मच अट्रैक्टेड टू द शी एलिफेंट। तो वो क्या करते हैं कि एक गड्ढा बनाते हैं जंगल में, एंड दे हैव ट्रेन्ड दैट शी एलिफेंट टू गो नियर दैट एलिफेंट एंड guide him to that covered pit. तो जब she elephant goes to he elephant and then he elephant is like he loses his mind and then he follows the she elephant. She elephant knows that here is a pit. She goes around and then this elephant wants to chase that she elephant and then he falls in that pit, and now by his own he cannot come up. So then this elephant is starved for days and days and days there. He becomes very weak and then he is taken out, and now he's so weak that even if somebody hits him he will die only. So in that situation the circus trainers, they come and then train him by giving little food and then making him do their things. तो हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे जो एक पावरफुल फेरोशियस एनिमल ऑफ द जंगल लाइक एलिफेंट, वो भी एक जैसे गरीब गाय होता है वैसे बन जाते हैं और पूरा जीवन फिर वो जो जंगल का फ्रीडम है वो चला जाता है, एंड दे बिकम लाइक अ टॉय in the hands of that circus wala. So this is what happens when we focus our mind on any sense which brings kind of danger. और हम देखते हैं ये दुनिया में कितने सारे अलग अलग प्रकार के प्रलोभन होते हैं. There are so many temptations. So all these temptations, they look very nice, but then they are dangerous, and there are so many such. So when we are here, Krishna is telling that how the strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, like that his intelligence is gone. And the fifth example he gives is about the nose. आपने देखा होगा कि कमल का जो फूल होता है उसका सुगंध बहुत होता है, और जो भौरा होता है वो, आपने देखा होगा भौरा जो होता है काला वाला, he can make a hole in the wood also. इतना कठिन होता है wood, टफ होता है, लेकिन he can break through that wood also. तो ये जो भौरा होता है, बम्बल बी, he comes there hovering on that lotus flower. और जब वो सुगंध उसको उसका मिलता है तो he becomes intoxicated, जाके वो बैठ जाता है वहां, और फिर अभी वो सोचता है कि ये छोड़ के कहाँ जाएंगे, इतना सुगंध यहाँ पे मिल रहा है। और शाम होने के बाद वो कमल जो होता है वो बंद होने लगता है, क्योंकि ये कमल जो होते हैं वो दिन में खुलते हैं, रात को बंद हो जाते हैं। तो जब वो बंद होता है, that time also he doesn't feel like leaving that flower. और वो जब रात हो जाता है तो पूरा क्लोज हो जाता है वो, और वो अंदर अभी अटक गया है, उसको सांस लेना मुश्किल हो रहा है। लेकिन क्योंकि वो he is so much intoxicated because of the smell of that flower, अभी उसमें कैपेसिटी है, अभी लकड़ी को जो छेद कर सकता है वो कमल का पंखुड़ी तो क्या है उसमें। लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि because he is very attracted to that smell, he remains there only throughout night. और जब दूसरे दिन कमल खुलता है, then they see the dead body of that जो भौरा है वो मर जाता है अंदर। So Bhagavatam gives these 5 examples that how even one sense is powerful that can take one's life. तो ये प्राणी उनका बात किया जाता है कि कैसे एक एक सेंस उनको ट्रबल देता है। तो प्रभुपाद वहां पे बोलते हैं कि इन ह्यूमन बीइंग्स पांचों के पांचों इंद्रिया जो है वो पावरफुल है। तो हम सोच सकते हैं कि कितना हम डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन में। तो इसीलिए भगवान यहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि कैसे वी हैव टू कंट्रोल अवर सेंसेस सो दैट अवर इंटेलिजेंस बिकम्स फिक्स्ड। 69 जो श्लोक है ये लेके मैं एंड करूंगा। या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः। What a night for all beings is a time of awakening for the self-controlled, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. तो यहाँ पे क्या बोला जा रहा है, भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि एक जो कृष्ण भावना भावित, कृष्ण कॉन्शियस पर्सन होता है, या जो भक्त होता है, या जो योगी होता है, उसके लिए जो दिन है वो जो नॉर्मल लोग हैं उनके लिए रात है, और जो नॉर्मल लोगों के लिए दिन है वो योगी के लिए रात है। तो यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं जो योगी होता है वो जब सोता है तो बाकी जो लोग होते हैं वो जगते हैं, और जब बाकी लोग सोते हैं तो योगी जो होते हैं वो जगते हैं। तो उसका मतलब ये है कि when the कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस, आध्यात्मिक चीज जब आता है तो कुछ लोग आप देखेंगे कि सो जाते हैं, they don't have much interest, for them it's like a boring thing। आप देखेंगे बहुत बार कुछ भक्त जब जाते हैं मंदिर में, तो उनके दोस्त उनको बोलते हैं कि ये मंदिर में आप जाके क्या करते हो, क्या मिलता है आपको मंदिर में, क्योंकि उनको पता ही नहीं है कि मंदिर में ऐसा कुछ होता है। तो वो सोचते हैं कि मंदिर में जाके क्या क्या करेगा आदमी, वहां पे एक मूर्ति होता है, घंटा होता है, और उसको सिर्फ बजाने से क्या क्या आनंद मिलेगा और क्या लाभ मिलेगा। लेकिन जो मंदिर में जाते हैं वो समझ सकते हैं, जो जप करते हैं वो समझ सकते हैं, जो अ, अभी हमारे मंदिर में जगन्नाथ जी थे इतने दिन, तो अ, जो भक्त है वो समझ सकते हैं कि कितना आनंद आता है भगवान का दर्शन करने में, सेवा करने में, कीर्तन करने में। तो हम देखते हैं कि आध्यात्मिक चीज जब आता है तो जो बाकी लोग हैं उनको दैट दैट इज वेरी बोरिंग टू देम, वो अ, सो जाते हैं। लेकिन जब भक्त के लिए ये आध्यात्मिक चीज आता है, he becomes wide awake. For him that is like a festival, for him that is like a life. और जब भौतिक चीजों में इंद्रिय तृप्ति का समय आता है, भौतिक रूप से मजा लेने के लिए जब टाइम आता है, तो हम देखेंगे कि बाहर के लोग पूरा अलर्ट रहते हैं। वो सोचते हैं कि वी शुड एक्सट्रैक्ट एज मच हैप्पीनेस एज पॉसिबल। इसलिए आप देखेंगे कि जैसे रात हो जाता है तो भक्त लोग हैं वो दे स्टार्ट वाइंडिंग अप बिकॉज दे वांट टू टेक रेस्ट एंड देन गेट अप अर्ली टू चैंट। लेकिन हम देखेंगे कि जो नॉर्मल लोग रहते हैं बाहर के, तो उनके लिए वो रात दैट इज लाइक अ डे ओनली। उनका प्लानिंग चालू हो जाता है कि अभी क्या करने का, कहाँ जाने का, कैसे एंजॉय करने का। तो हम देखते हैं कि एक भक्त के लिए और एक कर्मी के लिए जो उनका इंटरेस्ट है वो अलग अलग होता है। तो इसीलिए प्रभुपाद had written one article, who is crazy, क्योंकि जो भक्त नहीं है उनको लगता है कि भक्त क्रेजी है, क्या ये जब करते रहते हैं, ये क्या क्या करते हैं ये लोग। एंड डिवोटीज फील दैट those who are not devotees, they are crazy because they see that Krishna is there, such a nice happiness is there in Krishna consciousness, and so much suffering is there in this world, and so much of uh, birth, death, old age, disease, and after this also, how can somebody enjoy in this world? So we see that these are the two mentalities, that one who are interested in spiritual life and those who are not interested in spiritual life. And then Krishna gives another analogy of ocean. Apuryamana achala pratishtham samudramapah pravishanti advat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kamakami. That he gives example of ocean. Ocean never becomes kind of elated or down, even if so many rivers in the rainy season are putting trillions and trillions of liters of water comes in the ocean, but ocean level doesn't rise. It remains same only. And in summer, so much of vaporization happens, but then it doesn't reduce the size of the ocean. It remains achala, means it remains the same. Similarly, Krishna says that a devotee, so many desires may come and so many things may go from his life. But then he also remains apuryamanam, that because he's like, it's so deep, because ocean is so deep, it doesn't become lesser or more. Only pond is there, then pond may dry up in the summer and it may get swelled up in rainy season. लेकिन ocean जो होता है वो, because it's very deep, deep means in our life, our connection with Krishna makes us deep. तो जितना हम कृष्णा से कनेक्टेड हैं उतना हम become like a ocean, undisturbed. So that's how we end the second chapter. Yes, so I take a small break for question answers. Anybody has any questions? Okay, so tomorrow is Ekadashi, so devotees can fast, and then the fast breaking time is there in the day after tomorrow morning. Okay, so we'll take break from here.
Prabhuji, I want to say something. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, coming Wednesday is Guru Purnima.
Yes.
So I want to thank you a lot on that occasion, that because of you, we are all progressing, trying to progress in our spiritual life. All your efforts are tremendous, but we have to work towards this thing. And I request everyone to pray gratitude to Prabhuji, at least in your heart, that Prabhuji is working so hard for us today. Prabhuji is in Vijayawada.
Yes.
In an Ayurvedic, what is this, Prabhuji? Ayurvedic Chikitsalaya.
Yeah.
And still he is taking class from there. So we are very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
How's your health, Prabhuji, now?
Yes, yes, better.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Mataji mentioned very nicely that you always take time for us, even in any difficult situation. And I have no words right now. Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Same. Also, I have no words to say thanks to Prabhuji. Anyone else has to say something to Prabhuji?
Thank you,
Because tomorrow, coming Wednesday, 13th is Guru Purnima.
Yes, yes, I want to say Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This has become I think, a habit. Around 2-3 weeks back, when there was no class on Saturday, that weekend was something was wrong in that weekend. So we have to see your face. We have to see you, hear you saying these things to us, and it has become a part of at least my life. So this actually is very important for us.
Yes,
Thanks a
it
lot.
is important for me also. I get to meet all of you. Thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, please keep us guiding like this only and get well soon. Very
Yes, yes.
quickly.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
How are you feeling now, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, better, better.
Thank God.
Quite better.
Thank you for everything, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes. Hare Krishna. So this the Guru Purnima, that is the birthday of Vyasadeva, and that is also the disappearance day, the Punyatithi of one of our
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
हेलो
6 Goswami.
मैं एक श्लोक बोल सकती हूँ
हाँ हाँ,
शिवाय भी प्रभु जी कुछ
how
बोल
can
रहे
we
हैं, उसके बाद बोलिएगा.
okay.
हाँ हरे कृष्णा मैं बोलूंगी पत्रम
Hare
पुष्पम
Krishna.
फलम तोयम
Okay, okay.
पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोयम यो म्या भक्त्या प्रेषति तर्तहं भक्त्या वर्तना अश्नामि कृतात्मना.
Jai, good.
Haribol.
Hari Bol.
Bol, Hari
Bol.
Bol. Very nice, Kimaya. Good,
Thank
good. Very
you.
nice. Proud of you.
शिवाय तुमको शायद दूसरा बोलना था, दे नो इसलिए था रहे.
मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा था.
अच्छा, ओके, कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट टाइम.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभुजी आप बता रहे थे ना गुरु पूर्णिमा के बारे में. हाँ जी.
Yeah, so Guru Purnima is the birth day of Vyasadeva, and Sanatan Goswami leaves on that day. So that is a disappearance day of Sanatan Goswami, who is one of the most senior disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 6 direct disciples, these 6 Goswamis. तो उसमें से Sanatana Goswami is the senior most. So you will find on this day of this Guru Purnima, because the whole Vrindavan accepts Sanatana Goswami as their Guru. Now also. Now it happened 600 years now, 500 years. Now also there is a tradition that they celebrate this day on the honor of Sanatana Goswami, that everybody in the Vrindavan, they do Govardhan Parikrama on this day. Because Sanatana Goswami used to do everyday Parikrama. So to honor him on this day, lakhs and lakhs of people, they do Parikrama. You will not have any inch left around Govardhan. You will find lakhs of people walking on this Govardhan Parikrama. So that's how they celebrate this Sanatana Goswami's disappearance day on this Guru Purnima. So we know that we all are indebted to all this Guru Parampara by what knowledge we are understanding, speaking, that is their knowledge only. It's not our knowledge. So we remember Vyasadev and we remember Sanatana Goswami on that day of Guru Purnima. And of course, this knowledge has come to us by Prabhupada's great endeavor. So he always remains our worshipable. And we worship him by reading his books, understanding the philosophy of Krishna consciousness given by him. So that's how we celebrate this Guru Purnima. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, one question. Prabhuji,
Yeah.
the question are 10 questions which have to make after every class or the chapter wise one?
After every class.
Whatever you taught on
Yeah.
from that matter, or we can take like previous one also.
No, if it is of that thing only, that becomes easier for devotees to answer. Previous one they may not remember. Okay, so thank you very much. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Thank you so
Jai
much,
Shri
Prabhuji.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
We should all
Hare
Krishna, Prabhuji.
3 times Haribol for Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hari bol.
Hari
Haribol.
bol, Hari bol,
Hari
Hari
bol.
bol, Hari bol.
Hari bol.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.